Welcome to Two Balls and a Mic, episode 40. We are here on a Monday today, 1st of November, 2nd of November, and we are episode 40. That's a lot of weeks, 40 weeks. We're going to go ahead and start with the NFL this week with everything that went on in week 8. We're actually going to count up the votes and see how many pick'ems we've gotten right, and we're actually going to decide exactly where to go from here. We're also going to talk with somebody in our fantasy football league. After that, we're also going to go ahead and talk about some soccer. Is Ole in or out?
No, absolutely in.
I mean, we'll talk about that in a bit. We also had Urinating Tree come on, stop by. Great interview, fantastic. We're going to have talk about Los Tacos El Vaquero and the contest that we're doing with that. We are brought to you in part by Shield Goalkeeping, Soccer Shot, 713 Broadway, Chula Vista.
Oh, you know the address.
Absolutely.
I like it.
But definitely
40 fucking episodes, bro. Damn.
That's crazy. So thank you everybody who's been supporting us. The viewers, the subscriptions have gone crazy. That Urinating Tree interview helped a lot.
Man,
that was fun.
It was a good conversation, honestly. I had a lot of fun talking to him.
Yeah, it was it was fun because it's one of those things, like if I can have any type of interview with anybody to talk to somebody, he'd be up there, just because something that I follow personally and I listen to and watch in my own time. So to be able to just shoot the shit with Urinating Tree was fun, and we got a crap load of views on Twitter, bunch of followers on Instagram, some new subscribers. So thank you everybody who's doing all that and giving us a shot. It was a fun interview. Hopefully we can get more interviews like that. Today we're also going to have, I forgot to mention, trading cards. Trading cards is picking back up.
Yeah.
I mean, people have trading cards locked away that they've been saving, some Pokemon cards. So
I have a couple I have a friend that's actually in getting into soccer trading cards, which is not as big as other sports.
Soccer trading cards, the only place I've ever seen soccer trading cards was in the middle of Pan Bimbo in Mexico.
No, but there's actually kind of picking up. I think he said like one of the most expensive cards that he's seen was like Mbappe. I think he's like $30,000 right now, which is crazy.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy. A rookie card?
Yeah, if you haven't seen the interview with Urinating Tree, I mean, we really talked about football. I mean, he's kind of how he started, everything he's gone through, their reaction to getting 100K subscribers.
Yeah, that was crazy.
We talked about beer, food. Really good conversation overall.
People on the internet unanimously agreed that San Diego does have the best Mexican food. In the comments, we heard it. But definitely, it was fun. We also talked about your Dodgers and how they won the World Series, and
I think he was a little impressed with my baseball knowledge.
No, I mean, no, it wasn't.
What knowledge?
Anyway, so that was a fun interview. Check it out at Two Balls and a Mic. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. You can listen to it, Spotify. And enough of that. We had some NFL action this last week. Some crazy games that went down. The one that just finished right now was Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't know if we want to start with that. Monday Night Football. Everybody thought that the Buccaneers and Tampa Brady were going to storm in and just destroy the New York Giants, who hung in there. They are now 1-7, but they didn't play like a 1-7 team. They played some really good football in the first half, and they just at the end just couldn't pull it off. Daniel Jones playing crazy good. This is a team that you can tell is going to be good at some point. If they had Saquon, they'd probably be a little bit more competitive, might even be fighting for the first place in the division, in the NFC East, even with the 1-7 record.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm wrong. I think I was on my way driving here for the podcast during the last couple minutes of this game. Mm-hmm. But last I saw, it was 25 to 18. So I'm guessing they scored a touchdown but missed a 2-point conversion.
Interesting.
Which is why they lost by 2.
Let's go ahead and that's week 7. So let's go ahead and see week 8. It started
the Falcons
with the Falcons.
Won, man.
The Falcons and the
won. Wow.
Panthers. Okay, so we do this pick'em that we're gonna go ahead and do for week 9 towards the end, and
Right now you're ahead, right?
so I did the maths and I went back and listened to every single one of our podcasts, and I have the paperwork if you want to review it, if you want to listen to the podcast. And I asked you, hey, let's do this thing where we start keeping score to see who's doing the best. Like if you
Yeah.
want to do individually who called it or whatnot. And then at the end, so we're going to do is each week, whoever gets the most correct, if you get the most correct, you're going to go ahead and get the point for that week.
Yeah.
It started off good for you. Week
Apparently
1,
you're
you
kicking
won.
my ass now.
Week 2, you'd also beat me. But then week 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then now week 8 have all gone to me marginally. The Falcons and the Panthers. I don't think we said.
Did you like beat me by a lot, or is it kind of like by 1?
I beat you by 1 in a couple
Okay,
ones.
so
But
that's
there
not too
was
much. Okay, so now I'm gonna start trying. Now that I know there's something at stake and we're competing, I'm gonna start trying.
Okay, you chose the Chargers to beat the Saints. Okay,
That was a close game.
it was all right. So Falcons Panthers, that was a good game. There was a lot of hard hitting action. Teddy Bridgewater got knocked out at some point in this game, but the real star for them is Robbie Anderson, who is playing out of his mind for the Carolina Panthers. But the Falcons are, they're still fighting. And they have a good.
Julio Jones is picking it up again, which is kind of what he always does. He starts out slow and starts picking it up midway, and then ends really, really, really good.
Yeah, and he doesn't tend to score a lot of touchdowns either. He just gets you a lot of yardage and a lot of receptions. So if it's a PPR league, good for you. But yeah, I mean the Falcons are doing what they can. They are now 2-1 without Dan Quinn, so it's better than they had been doing. Vikings and Packers. That was an interesting game. Vikings came up 28-22. We both picked Green Bay to beat and to sweep the Packers this season, but I hate Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook beat me in 3 fantasy leagues. 44
I was
plus
dying
points.
at the memes. If you're a Packers fan, but you have Dalvin Cook in your fantasy.
I can't imagine.
It was that Russell Westbrook where you're on the bench and you're like, he's like taking a sip of his drink. Oh man, it's hilarious. If you're a Packers fan and you have Dalvin Cook, you weren't too upset about this loss because you definitely won in fantasy.
Oh, definitely, and same thing in this league, and then we're gonna get into our league a little bit, and 2 balls at a mic, where we had a 4-game winning streak that was snapped, and we're gonna have Josh, Team Propeller, who's gonna join us, who broke and snapped that 4-game winning streak. But we have Devontae Adams, and we still lost with Devontae Adams in the team, and Todd Gurley, who's still playing well in that.
Yeah, we had a few players that didn't do so hot.
Josh Allen. We'll get to Josh Allen in a bit.
Oh yeah.
But the Titans and the Bengals. Joe Burrow.
I was surprised.
Yeah.
I was really surprised. The Titans were looking solid, and then they played the Steelers, and the Steelers kind of crapped on them. I didn't think they would lose against Joe Burrow and the Bengals, but they put up a performance, bro.
Yeah, and
I was impressed.
It's not like there was major injuries for the Tennessee Titans, and again, the Titans coming off a really good win, or a really good series of games, and Derrick Henry looked like he was starting to get it going, but the Bengals came up in that game. No Joe Mixon. Since I listened to every single one of the pick'ems up until now. I remember last week saying, pick up those Giovanni Bernards if Mixon's out. So Mixon was out. His toe injury is day-to-day. I don't know what's going to happen with that. The Slaughter, 35-9, 5 touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes in this game. The Jets versus the Chiefs. I mean, what do you want me to say?
Oh, yeah, no. I think, like, if you're a betting person, the spread was like plus 20 for the Jets or something like that, plus 19, which is crazy to see. Normally you take those points.
Yeah.
But
not today.
Not against the Chiefs. 35-9. Holy shit.
Yeah, no. I mean, the Jets again, like I will reiterate, as long as Adam Gase is involved in head coaching or anywhere in the building for the Jets, they're just gonna be an absolute dumpster fire. The Colts, who went into blizzard-like conditions to Detroit. I don't know if you saw this. Did you see how the crazy scenes of winter weather in Detroit?
Yeah, I did. It was crazy.
It's an indoor stadium. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, so the Colts.
You got me. Because I didn't see that game. But I saw the Colts
obviously
kick some ass.
The Colts did kick some ass.
Was it snowing outside at least?
It was in the midst of a blizzard.
Why are you talking shit,
Phillip
bro?
Rivers.
That was a good one, though. That was a good one.
But Phillip Rivers led the Colts into a 41-21 victory. I'm upset because this is another reason. Much like I hate Dalvin Cook in those same games, I could have won some of the matchups. But Jonathan Taylor let me down with Naheem Hines and El Otro Vato, the other running back from Indianapolis, who went off too.
Wilkins?
Yes.
Wilkins. 20 rushes, 89 yards, 1 touchdown. Holy shit.
And Taylor was on the field.
Yep.
He was on there. I don't know why they just didn't give him the ball, but disappointing outing for him. And everybody was saying he's going to blow up this game. He's going to blow up.
What's crazy is that 41 points, they score so many. T.Y. Hilton only had 2 receptions and 9 yards.
Yeah, no. T.Y. Hilton.
Oh, man, it's crazy.
Is not the
Such
same
a waste of talent.
without Luck. Since Andrew Luck left Indianapolis, T.Y. Hilton's career has just gone downhill. Steelers Ravens. This was a really, really, really good game. Like, this was exactly what we thought it was going to be. Just hard nosed, good old school styled football. And Lamar Jackson looking not looking
2
good.
picks in this game, which is not normal for Lamar Jackson.
It could have been 3. Yeah.
What was interesting for me in this one was Hollywood Brown. He was heated on Twitter.
Yeah.
And he tweeted something like, man, if you have the players, why don't you use them and this and that? If you have talent, use it. And I agree. I mean, he got 1 reception for 3 yards and it was a touchdown.
And it was a touch. Yeah.
But still, he's such a talented receiver. For you to not use him, it's crazy.
I might as well send it to Tampa Bay, bro. Everybody's going to Tampa Bay at this point. But yeah, so the Steelers come out of this game. Big Ben Roethlisberger is just leading this team. They're still the only undefeated team. Their offense didn't have to
Are
do
they
much.
Super Bowl bound?
Yes. I mean, there's.
Can they beat the Chiefs?
Can they beat the Chiefs? I think they can, because the Chiefs, if you catch them flat-footed, I think the Chiefs are beatable. Something that the Ravens could have taken advantage of in that game, but they really didn't, and they just let the Chiefs steamroll over them. But I think the Steelers tend to play just like their competition. They either play up or they play down to their competition. So I think, out of 10 games, the Steelers can win a good 5. That's 4 to 5 games. The Steelers can win it at least this season. The season's going to be weird, because then you have games like this where you move over with the Rams and the Dolphins.
And
Your Rams.
Oh man, the thing with the Rams this game, it was all about the special teams and the defense for the Dolphins. I believe their head coach was a defensive coordinator for the Patriots in that Super Bowl.
Yes, I mean Brian Flores is a
he
defensive.
fucking knew how to
mastermind.
read the Rams
Sean McVay.
offense.
Yeah, I mean it's not easy. It's not hard. I mean, it's not easy, obviously, but it's not hard to figure Sean McVay out, especially if you already figured him out and his tendencies and what he does with Goff. It's pretty much the same team except minus the Todd Gurley. So the Rams just did not look good in this game. And Tua Tagovailoa making his debut. You said that the Rams were going to win. I said that the Dolphins was going to win in this game, and I think
again, Tua didn't do much. I mean, 93 yards, 1 touchdown.
He got what Jared Goff couldn't.
I know. Yeah, but I don't think you could say that Tua got the win for the Dolphins. It was really their defense that got the win in this one.
I mean, Tua.
So I'm not on that Tua hype yet. I think Fitzpatrick should have been the starter. But we'll see how it goes. Not bad for his first game.
Question marks around Goff?
Yeah, no, he completely sucked. And this is the thing with Goff.
So much Wentz hate, and now just Goff and out of nowhere. I mean,
well, Wentz sucked too. So, but Goff, no excuses in this game. It's every time he panics, like he's getting hit, he throws the ball randomly, starts throwing picks, doesn't know what to do, and it's a matter of just being confident. When he's confident, he's a great quarterback.
Yeah.
But as soon as he starts getting hit and his receivers are not catching shit, he starts panicking, and that's when he sucks.
And there's no Todd Gurley just to hand it back to. So
yeah, exactly.
I think Goff is getting discovered, but I don't know. Hopefully for you guys, for the Rams, I think they have an opportunity to maybe do something, especially with the 49ers and what they're going to.
I think they'll make playoffs for sure.
Bills Patriots. This was a very, very, very interesting technical defensive game in the first half. The Bills and the Patriots just wouldn't budge. The Bills couldn't get their offense going. It was in perfect football conditions, and finally, Josh Allen gets to beat the Patriots.
Yeah.
I mean, not necessarily. He did score a touchdown, a rushing touchdown. He got it done on the ground. You would have liked him. Would have wanted to see a little bit more of his arm accuracy and whatnot.
Yeah, his throwing was not there.
It wasn't there, and honestly, like, this could have been a whole different story because it was 24-23. The Patriots were going down the field. They were marching. They were doing what they were supposed to be doing. Then out of nowhere, in that last drive, Cam Newton coughs it up, fumble, game over.
Which brings the question: what is Bill going to do? I mean, he said it.
Yeah, even Cam said it.
Like, it's just not the same team anymore.
It's not, and it's not even that. Like, Stephon Gilmore is being shopped around. Tomorrow, I believe, today, whenever this episode drops, is the trade deadline. So we'll have those updates for you. But in any case, it's going to be question marks around Cam Newton. I just feel sorry for the guy, man. Like, he really tried. He's giving it his all. You can tell, but he's just not it, man. Just go to NFL Network.
It was the end of a dynasty, man.
Hey, man, Cam, go plug yourself in Monday Night Football, dude. You have a great smile. You're gonna do great. Don't worry about it.
Oh man,
the Raiders and the Browns. So we had said last week that like a year ago, you would have laughed at this game. It's like the Hard Knocks Bowl, and blah 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 blah. And we were like, nah, it's different this year. They're both exciting teams, and they gave a stinker of a game. It was a boring ass game.
Yeah, you're gonna have those type of games, but the important thing is for the Raiders, they got the win, which they need if they're trying to make playoffs. Which honestly, they have a good chance.
They do have a good chance, but I mean, again, it's those Chiefs in there, and what they're gonna want to go ahead and just impose upon that division, because what is the division? They have no chance. Without the Chiefs necessarily like wanting to lose at this point.
Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, Josh Jacobs, 31 rushes, 128 yards. Not much from Darren Waller, which we needed in fantasy. Honestly, we needed Darren Waller to do good. He only got us 2.8 points. But overall, a win is a win for the Raiders, especially against a 5-2 Browns.
5-2 Browns that has been playing really well. They just lost Odell Beckham Jr., but again, it's one of those things where Baker Mayfield should have gotten something done. Should have gotten a little bit closer to, winning this game. 16-6. That's 10 points. That's a 2-possession game. Yeah. Just a disappointing game. The kicker missed a wide left field. There was a lot of wind. There was a lot of elements around the NFL this weekend. So, and we're getting into November, into December. So this is only going to get worse unless you're in a dome. But the Broncos Chargers 31-30.
This was a heartbreaker, and it's the story of their lives for the Chargers. It's the 5th game this season where they have a 60-point lead, and they give it up at the end. You cannot lose against the Broncos if you're trying to make playoffs. Justin Herbert is balling out. There's no doubt that he's in the running for Rookie of the Year. And it's crazy that they gave up this lead, man.
I've never seen a rookie or a player go off so much for losing efforts. And I mean, it's crazy what what Herbert's doing, but they just can't get it done. The Chargers are being Chargers, and they're doing their best San Diego Charger impression.
And they just traded a good
Desmond King. They traded Desmond King over to the Tennessee Titans, and so the Tennessee Titans are just bolstering
a 6-rounder.
I mean, that's Tom Telesco for you. Tom Telesco and Spanos, that front office man, has absolutely no idea what the hell they're doing.
Which the Titans are now looking a little stronger defensively with them back there.
Yeah, 100%. And then you have Saint Nick, Big Dick Nick versus the Saints and Drew Brees. This was, the Bears they have the record. They just don't pass the eye test ever. The Saints still struggling offensively and defensively. Fireworks in this game.
Oh, yeah. This is the game there was a big fight.
So there was a big fight. Estebato from the Saints. Did you see what happened? Like the actual, just like the smack to the helmet?
I didn't. Walk me through it, please.
So essentially, there was a scuffle where the Saints defender, who happened to be the same Saints defender they got punched by Michael Thomas in practice. So this dude's not having a great season. He's just he's just getting punching bag for everybody in the league.
Was this the play? I saw the video where he smacked him and then smacked him again.
So he was the one getting smacked.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So before that, what ended up happening is the guy that was the getting smacked pulled the protector. You know how they have the mouth guard, and so so he just snatched it and just like threw it on the ground to the Bears player.
Yeah.
11 minutes passed because they had to go to the sidelines. There was a couple possessions or a couple drives between. 11 minutes passed, and then they had a play. And then after the play, this dude, Wims from the Bears, just walks up and just open hand slaps the dude in the helmet.
He didn't punch because he was punching a helmet, but so he pushed the helmet. To his face.
It was I don't even know.
And the guy just stood there.
Just stood there. Like he knew. He's like, if I don't even know if what is he doing? Like, or he knew in that, hopefully he had the state of mind and consciousness of being to say, hey, if I just stand here and he keeps punching me, he's going to be ejected. And, he swung again. And then he was just like all right. Bro. Jenkins came over and he did get ejected. Wims, the Bears player, who then, after doing all that, his team telling him, what the fuck are you doing, was flexing to the crowd like he did something after he smacked the other guy. I don't know. Like, if you're gonna get into a fight, do it the Myles Garrett way. Like, rip his helmet off and smack it with his own helmet. So that was that game.
Drew Brees is getting the job done, though. It's still without one of the best receivers in the league, Michael Thomas.
Is it Drew Brees or is it?
Is it what?
Sean Payton.
I mean, Sean Payton isn't throwing the football.
Sean Payton isn't throwing the football 100%, but it's one of the things where if you make the right schemes and you make the right plays and call the right plays, No. Sean McVay and Goff. I mean, not that Breeze needs a Sean McVay.
This is their 5th win in a row, I believe.
It is a 5th win in a row. They're getting it done. They got it done last year with Teddy Bridgewater under center when Drew Brees was injured for that extended period of time. So the Saints know how to get it done in the regular season.
I was at that game where he got injured last season. I was at that game.
What?
Where Drew Brees got injured last season?
At that game. Oh, okay.
I went to that game.
Like, you were not in New Orleans, but yeah, it was here against the Rams.
Yep.
The 49ers Seahawks, another barn burner of a game, 37-27. Seahawks.
Heartbreaker for the 49ers as they lost George Kittle.
Not only George Kittle
and
Jimmy G. So rest in peace today on Dia de los Muertos. Rest in peace. This is 49ers season.
And they played Thursday against an angry Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is about to destroy those 49ers. Nick Mullins, CJ Beathard, whoever they throw out there.
We might win next week with Devontae Adams, maybe scoring like 50 fantasy points.
This dude's going to score 5 touchdowns. It's going to be crazy. Insane. So then moving...
Metcalf popped off. If you had Metcalf, I'm pretty sure you won this week.
I mean, Metcalf is making everybody, regret not picking him up. He was pretty deep. He was pretty deep in a bunch of drafts, and he's pretty much wide receiver 1 at this point. But if you have him, don't let him go. If you can somehow get him, do it. Don't give up too much. And then we also have this Sunday night game. Did you watch the Sunday night game?
I did.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm. Most of it.
So you must have watched DiNucci. Dallas quarterback. DiNucci. Poor guy. Sidearm himself. What have you done to my child? You come here on the day of my Sunday night football. It was sad. This division is just hard to watch.
I'm about to drop Amari Cooper. I can't trade him. The deadline, so I'm about to drop him.
It's incredible what's going on in the NFC East. 9 points by the Cowboys. The Eagles were struggling against the Cowboys. 23-9 at the end. He was struggling. There was a graphic that showed him and DiNucci. The Nooch. have a similar stat line, but the defense came through for the Eagles.
To be fair, DiNucci had similar numbers as Wentz for this game.
And here's the thing: look at the weapons that DiNucci has, and look at the weapons that Wentz has.
He's
Still
a third-string
absolute
quarterback,
garbage.
though. Who Wentz as well? Yes.
If I'll be a 6th-string quarterback. If I throw it high enough, Amari Cooper, Gallup, or CeeDee Lamb will catch it.
you won't.
Zeke in the back.
No.
23-9. Eagles go into their bye week with a dominant record in first place. And again, the Buccaneers took on the Giants.
Fucking incredible that we're gonna see one of these teams in playoffs.
Yeah, not only in playoffs, the Eagles have a chance to have
with
home field
field
advantage.
Yep,
There's no way we can get a bye, but it's crazy.
it is crazy.
I'm very much looking forward to that.
We're about to have someone come on, right?
Hopefully, we can have somebody come on from our league. But before that, let's take a look at this league, because we do have a league of our own.
It's a great movie.
League of Their Own.
Mm-hmm.
You watched that movie
Yeah, of course.
with the female pitchers?
Yeah,
You know that's actually true, right?
yeah, I know.
Wow, I'm impressed. I'm like
Okay.
El Chamuco, the devil came. The baseball devil came inside you. All right, wording.
Whatever. It's a great sports movie. I like sports.
So let's see. In this fantasy league, we weren't trying because we wanted to lose. If we won, we were going to have to buy everybody in the league one of the cheapest thing on NFL.com, which we thought is probably going to be $10, knowing the NFL. Turns out they have 99-cent stuff, so that's going to be perfect. Or else, if we don't lose, whoever wins is going to go ahead and get themselves a official NFL jersey from NFL.com, whichever jersey that they choose. So
and the week we want to try, we get our asses kicked.
we got our ass kicked. Well, let's see. It's not like it was that bad, because if we look at our if we look at the
Our
standings,
record's
look,
still standing strong.
we're 6-1, or we were 6-1.
About to be 6-2.
In first place, about to be 6-2, depending how Fitzmagic does. But look, it's not like we lost against the worst team.
Fitzmagic won.
Fitzmagic won.
Yeah. So we're gonna be tied in first, 6-2, which is still not bad. And then we had CSI A Hernandez.
Shout
in
out
third.
Shout out to CSI, not Hernandez, but to CSI Hernandez. Shout out to them.
Mm-hmm.
They do have a very important job this week, is delivering a bunch of mallets. And so make sure that you stay.
Who is also our model for our hats, by the way.
Oh, yeah, he was. Shout out to him.
Yep.
Very important. We do want to go ahead and say, and I don't know if you know this, but one of the members of our league, Gran Pene, Riata de Hierro, is just recovering now from COVID. So
Good for him.
yeah, it was a pretty.
Did he say it sucked? Or was he like asymptomatic?
No, I mean, he went through it. Like, he went through it. So, he's telling me it's no joke. So with that, we're going to go ahead and welcome onto Two Balls and a Mic, the person, the man, the myth, the legend, who ended our 4-game winning streak on the Two Balls and a Mic League.
Yep.
The leader, the coach, the man, the myth, the legend, like I said, of
Huge loyal supporter, by the way.
Team Propeller, Mr.
Yeah,
Josh.
what's up, guys? How's it going?
How are you, man?
Josh, we
I'm
don't
great,
like you
man.
very
How
much
are
right
you?
now, man.
The fuck, dude? Like, what's going on, man? Like, so you have a pretty nice little team going. All right, so let's. How are you navigating the league? Let me ask you that, because you had a pretty good draft.
I paid attention to the first 2 weeks, and I was like, I haven't been watching football much, man. But yeah, my dad's been telling me to send my lives and stuff. I haven't been doing anything lately.
Okay,
I'm just still winning games, so I'm
So-
lucky.
I need to ask. That was ballsy starting Drew Brees over Lamar Jackson.
there was.
That was ballsy, but it paid off.
Honestly,
How
Lamar
did you?
Jackson's not doing very good, man. He's blowing it, man. Like he's not putting up points. Drew Brees put up more points than him.
Yep. That was a great call on your side, man. I'm impressed, by the way.
It was a fantastic call.
I did on accident, man. I forgot to set my lineup, but I'm glad I did, man. Lamar Jackson, he hasn't been gaining me that many points this year.
So what I'm hearing is that it doesn't seem to be simply a one man affair over there. So just much like we're two brains and have one team.
Yep.
Josh seems to be having some outside help, which is totally allowed. It's
You
fine.
better, if you win, you better get your dad the jersey, man. That's all I'm saying.
So have you thought about that? I mean, you're sitting pretty at at first place. Have you thought about what jersey you're gonna get if and when you do win this league?
Honestly, man, for me, it's probably the black Kamara, away Alvin Kamara jersey or a Lamar Jackson jersey. Probably an Alvin Kamara, honestly.
That's a good call. That's a really good call. Are you a Saints fan or just like Alvin Kamara? Or is he, since he's bringing you the ship this year, is that why you're gonna get it, or are you a fan of any team?
I'm not a fan of any team. I mean, there's not really. I got some stuff back here. I got a Chargers helmet and stuff, but I'm not a Chargers fan. I hate the Chargers, but yeah, I just got a bunch of Chargers memorabilia behind me, so I decided to just put it up.
That's what's up. I mean, the San Diego Charger memorabilia, obviously, because that team is long gone today on Day of the Dead. We're gonna honor a dead franchise here in San Diego. But no, definitely. So it looks like you are doing really well. Are you looking to make any trades? Are you keeping an eye on the waiver? Are you just gonna let it ride? And
When is our trade deadline?
that's a good question.
I'm just kind of letting it ride right now, honestly.
So
How are you guys doing, by the way? What's your record?
I mean, our record's better than yours.
is it?
Yes, it is.
Well, I mean, so we're 6-1 right now. We're gonna go into being 6-2. Still.
Wait, I thought you guys like 0-3 when I saw it.
Oh, and
Oh
3.
man, hey,
You guys were down big.
Ew, we're the best team in the whole league. What are you talking about?
And we were literally not trying. Like, we were literally trying not to win and doing everything not to win. But if we do win, there are some 99-cent nail decals that everybody in our league is going to get. Hopefully you're a Bengals fan, because those are the only ones available.
So our trade deadline's actually not to the 25th of November.
25th of November, so
So
you
we
got
got
about
plenty of time to
2-3
trade.
weeks to make anything and everything happen. Josh, are you looking for anything in your team right now? Looking to make any type of changes? I mean, Lamar Jackson's
Not really.
sitting in your
I
bench.
mean, I'll probably edit my lineup and stuff, but not much.
How about Josh Allen for Lamar Jackson?
Okay, that's irresponsible. You're trying to win now.
That's a ripoff. Come on.
Yeah, come on. See, he knows. He's like, come on.
We
but
were willing to trade Michael Thomas.
we tried to. I think we tried to. No, I think we tried to give you Michael Thomas or something. We tried to
Michael
give.
Thomas for who? I'll take Michael Thomas.
Ooh.
Oh, now we're talking.
Let's see.
guys want?
Who do you have? Ooh, see that DeAndre Hopkins is looking good. We can make a 2-for-1 deal. We can make a 2-for-2 deal. Is DeAndre Hopkins available?
Ooh, that's a tough call.
He gave you a whopping 0 points this week, man. I'm just saying.
Ooh, that might be a deal. That might be a deal. You're saying a 2-for-1 deal?
Oh, I mean, 2-for-1. I can throw away. See, I have Michael Thomas in there. Jerry Jeudy, two wide receivers for one wide receiver.
I think I'll take it.
All right. Well, in
Ooh.
this case, was this our first? Let's see. Hopefully, people don't veto.
Hopefully.
Can I watch? Can I trade? How can I trade on here? Can you trade on there?
Yes, I can.
Go ahead and make the trade on there. Definitely gonna look into that, and hopefully it gets accepted during the show. But anyway, Josh, we really want to thank you for joining the league and staying up with us and
Thank you for
participating,
having
getting
me.
engaged. Any final words on soccer, on your Tottenham Hotspurs, maybe beating Manchester
we're doing
United
pretty
over
good,
here?
man. All I can say is my Harry's Kane, Son, Kane, and Bale, absolute ballers. I mean, and FIFA's terrible, by the way. You guys want to talk FIFA? I think FIFA's horrible.
Oh,
I love FIFA.
Really-
I
So-
love it.
I
yeah.
think EA, man. EA are a bunch of scammers. I hope they see us. You guys are a bunch of scammers. All you want is FIFA points. Your gameplay sucks. Your servers suck. Fix your servers. Fix your gameplay.
Hey, but
Thank
they
you.
gave you an Mbappe.
True.
What?
They gave
That's
you an
true.
Yeah,
Mbappe.
but I mean, I want to play a fun game, man. It's not fun. I mean, it's competitive. It's just competitive, man. I want to play my ultimate team and have fun.
Do you play
Oh.
I love the competitiveness, man.
PS4 or
One
Xbox?
depth drop back, constant pressure the whole time, and he wins the game. I mean, these kids don't even have to be good. They just got to break the game mechanics.
Yeah.
I agree. I
That's
agree. I don't like
100%.
those. I don't like that whole where you can change
The game tactics,
yeah,
the custom game
tactics,
tactics.
like,
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
just too
to
much.
me, it's a little too much.
Oh, it's so overpowered, man.
Do you
And
play Xbox or PS4?
I play PC, man.
Oh,
Oh,
PC.
PC.
Hey, you know what? My brother has a game on PC. I might just hit you up and play you one day.
I like that.
Yeah, unfortunately, man, I play on a keyboard. I can't even do skills on this thing.
I don't know
man.
how you play on a keyboard. That
crazy.
sounds insane.
It's a struggle. It's a struggle. It's some rage.
Oh man.
But definitely, Josh, really appreciate it. And again, thank you, man. And hopefully we get to see you later on in the playoffs and get you that
Oh,
Alvin
yeah.
Kamara jersey or your 99 cents thing from NFL.com.
Else.
All right. Thank you, Josh. Really appreciate it, man.
All right, thank you.
All right, later, Josh.
Later, man.
Later.
Good kid.
Oh yeah. Oh man, we got maybe our possible first trade, second
Did
trade.
you send it
second
already?
trade? I sent it.
Okay, so we'll see. And you
We'll
let me
see.
know if he
We'll
accepts
see if
it.
he accepts it.
But again, it's really fun having people for
5 minutes.
a couple minutes and just
Yeah.
shooting the shit for a bit. But anyway, our pick-ons for week 9. Hopefully, again, I'm 6-2, or I'm 6 and you have 2. There's still a long way to go.
all right.
If you want to make this 6 and 3, we'll see. We'll start you off Thursday Night Football. Jimmy G less and George Kittle less. 49ers, Packers.
I'm going Packers.
Packers, 100%. Yeah, you can't do. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. Texans, Jags.
Wow. Every time I've been picking the Jaguars, and they've been letting me down.
You have been picking the Jaguars.
But you know what? I'm gonna keep it going. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Oh no,
Nah, I'm gonna go with the Texans in this one.
the Texans. Yeah, I think the Texans are going to go ahead and get this one. We haven't heard a lot about Deshaun Watson this year, not even in fantasy, so they've been pretty quiet.
And then we got the Giants against Washington.
Giants versus the football team, Washington. Last time Washington won this game,
Yeah. But I don't think the Giants, with Shepard back, they've been looking a little more dangerous.
they have.
So I'm actually gonna pick the Giants.
Interesting. I'm actually going to pick the Giants as well. Just they keep
Wow.
improving every single week, and honestly, they put up a fight against Tampa Bay, and they have something to prove in this division. They can still make the playoffs. I'll take the Giants. Ravens, Colts, Lamar Jackson. You just heard it. The struggling Lamar Jackson versus Indianapolis, who are in a really good spot right now.
Yeah, but I don't think they're as strong to still stop the Ravens. I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
I think I'm gonna go with the Ravens on that as well. I think they'll get it together for this week. Lions versus the Vikings, versus indoor stadium.
Yeah, this is a good one, especially how the Vikings play against Green Bay. The Lions did all right, but still lost to the Colts. I'm gonna go with the Vikings again.
The Lions also lost Kenny Galladay. Marvin Jones Jr. did do a lot of work. If you have him fantasy or he's on the waiver wire, pick him up. But I think the Vikings, if they come up with another decent performance like that, should take that one. Then we also have in that same division, we have the Bears, but they're going up against the Titans.
This is tricky because the Titans sucked against the Bengals.
They did.
But then the Bears, you don't know where they really stand. They're kind of like the Raiders. Maybe they win, maybe they won't. I'm actually going to go with the Titans.
I think I'm also going with the Titans in this one. Again, I just don't know what I'm getting from the Bears.
And they just got that new player from the Chargers.
Yeah, exactly. So if they do end up beating the Titans, it'll be a surprise how they do it, how they manage to do it. But definitely a Titans win, I think, on there. The Panthers versus the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Yeah, Chiefs. I mean, it'd be foolish to take anybody else right now. Spills versus the Seahawks.
Oh, man.
Sounds like a great game.
Oh, man. It's going to be one of the best games this weekend. But I'm going to go ahead and go with the Seahawks.
Awesome. I think the Seahawks are also going to go ahead and take that one. Then we have the Falcons and Broncos.
Oof. Falcons have been looking decent with the new coach. The Broncos are coming off a win to the Patriots and the Chargers. But I'm actually going to go with the Falcons.
You're going to go with the Falcons. Again, Falcons is a really high-powered offense. Even more high-powered, I think, than the Chargers. So I think the Chargers were so close to beating the Broncos. The Broncos are an all right team, so I'm gonna
Tricky
take.
because the Falcons can choke it as well.
They can always end up losing. There is a Week 12 matchup with the Falcons and the Chargers that is going to
the
be
choke bowl.
interesting to watch. The Raiders versus the Chargers.
So wait, who are you going with in that one?
Oh,
Falcons?
for that one, I think the Falcons are going to win. And so,
so we're the same so far.
oh no,
All right, I think this is the difference maker.
Okay.
I'm going Raiders. No, really?
You know what? I'm going with the Los Angeles Chargers.
You want to trade? You want to switch?
Down. I'll take the Raiders.
All right, I'll take the
Las
Chargers.
Vegas Raiders are going to go ahead and take
I'll take
this
the
one.
Chargers. They're from LA. I think
The Raiders are also from LA.
well, the Raiders where from LA. Herbert's gonna kick some Raiders ass, and I'm only doing this because my dad likes the Raiders.
Derek Carr and Company. Sounds like you have to be really against your dad. Derek Carr and Company, really connecting. They have a good core with Aguilar, Renfro, El Otro Vato, Ruggs, Waller. It's gonna be a good game. Then we have Los Delfines versus Cardinals. Again, mental picture.
Cardinals,
The bird fighting
Cardinals.
the actual dolphin.
Cardinals.
But I think the Cardinals' high-powered offense will take over and going to be a little bit too much for Brian Flores. Tua gets his first loss as an NFL quarterback. The undefeated Steelers going into the Cowboys. I'm going to love this game. It's going to be delicious. It's going to be sensational. It's going to be hate-watching porn. I'm going to love watching the Steelers steamroll over the Cowboys.
You know what?
No.
Steelers.
Saints Buccaneers rematch. Saints already won one this year. Do you think the Buccaneers will take it back?
No.
No. So you think that the Saints
I think the Saints are gonna take it.
I think it's going to be an even match. It's going to be 500. I think the Bucks take this one.
Nice.
Patriots versus Jets and Monday Night Football.
Oh, could this be the first win for the Jets?
I think.
Oh,
I think
shit.
not. I don't think so.
Patriots.
Patriots. So
Patriots.
our thing is going to go down to literally 2 games.
What's with our Monday night games being pretty trash? Like Patriots,
It
Jets.
tends to be that you get a couple trash games in the middle of the season, and
We've had some pretty trash Thursday night games.
we have. But hey, it is what we get. We would have loved, when there were no sports, we would have loved a Jets New England Patriots game.
Moving on, for the first time ever in Two Balls of the Mic, episode 40.
Dalawa, dos, guess.
Dos.
So we went ahead and we were talking about a little bit of over this pandemic. There was hobbies that took place. There was people who picked up different things and whatnot. And something that's been blowing up is trading cards. Obviously Pokemon in one
Pokemon's
sense.
the biggest one.
But another thing that did kind of blow up is sports trading cards.
Yeah.
And so across the board in all types of sports, there's been, rookie this, rookie that, the rookie card people having 30-year-old collections. And last year
I think
actually
LeBron's rookie card has been he reacted to the price of it. It was insane.
Right. Yeah. And so I think he was like, I have like 6 of them. No, like last year I went to the winter meetings for Major League Baseball, and you would see just random people walking with 3 giant sized binders of baseball cards, just hunting for the players to sign them. And it's pretty insane how it's going. So we do have a guest that's going to walk us through a little bit of what this trading card craze has all been. So please welcome Mr. Mario, aka Captain Ratchet Solano, to the show. How are you doing, Mr. Mario?
How's it going, fellas? I hope there's not feedback because I have you coming out of my computer right now.
Nah,
No,
you
you
are
sound
good.
good.
I love it.
Oh, perfect. How's it going, guys?
It's going
What's up,
good.
man?
So, I've known you for a little bit here and there, for a while, but it wasn't up until recently where I've seen your pop-ups of random cards and I mean you're selecting cards who end up being in very important situations, either in basketball or in baseball, with like crazy amount of Tatis cards you have. But why? What happened that made you come back into it? Were you always into it, or what's going on in the world of sports trading cards?
So for me, it probably started. I mean, I've always kind of maybe dabbled a little bit in collecting cards. Not so much sports cards. Like I'd randomly buy like some packs of football cards and open them up just to see like who'd I get. But I mostly collect like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, things like that. I stopped mostly like in middle school. Once video games came out, I was like, oh, these cards are like, yeah, you can play the game, but you can also just play on your Game Boy. So like I kind of pushed the cards to the side. And it wasn't until recently there was a project by Topps. It was called Project Topps 2020. It happened in March that these cards started coming out. And it's basically like iconic rookie baseball cards were like redone by artists. I'll show you an example of one. This is like Mike Trout getting his hair cut by Bryce. So it's just like fun cards like this that I was like, oh, these are really cool. And that kind of caught me back into collecting, back into this kind of sports world, if you will. And I found that it was like a really nice blend of fantasy sports, and what I used to do in collecting cards. And now, like, as I'm older and I have just, I guess, money to spend, I don't know, I really don't, but I'm spending money on baseball cards for no reason sometimes just because I like it so much. Yeah.
So how does the hunting for you go, or how does the hunting usually go? Do you usually go on eBay and try to find deals on cards? Do you find specific cards that you think are gonna blow up later? Sometimes maybe sentimental value, or you just straight down to the pack luck and see what happens.
So yeah, when I first started, I just started buying cards aimlessly. I was buying just random Tatis cards because I thought like, oh, like he's my favorite player. I got to get a bunch of him. I would buy Tony Gwynn cards because I like Gwynn. He's dope. But as I kind of got more savvy, I started learning more about the cards that people actually want to buy and which ones you want, as which brands to avoid for certain sports. Like for baseball, for instance, Topps is the company that you want to get. You can get like Panini or like Donruss, but those aren't licensed. Those don't have like the official MLB logos on them. So yeah, you can get like a Tatis card from Donruss and it'll be dope, but it just won't have the Padres logo, which is kind of like a downer for those.
Yeah.
Same thing for like Panini is the basketball brand. So if you want basketball cards, that's the brand you should get. As far as like which cards I look for, I mostly started buying like my favorite players, but I did like go back and get some like just promising rookies that I think are gonna be good. Even if I don't like end up reselling these cards or doing anything with them, I make sure it's a player that I'd like, just in case like, hey, nobody wants to buy this card, but I still like him. So this is like an Arozarena.
Oh, there you go.
So that's dope. You kind of want to look for rookies. And yeah, you can look on eBay, look for deals. If you have like a lot of money to blow and you want to open like packs and you want to get like the rush of opening a pack that you spend a lot of money on or something and hoping to get like the one rookie card, like that's really cool, but it can get super expensive. So yeah, just looking for like individual cards on eBay. You kind of want to wait a few weeks after a release, like after a certain line of cards drops, because those cards are going to be super expensive immediately, but they'll kind of go down as people like get more realistic with their prices, if you will. But yeah, that's kind of the way I do it. Looking on eBay, on Twitter, a lot of people, I'm noticing more and more that it's super active. Hashtag the hobby is like what people put cards under. So like, it'll be like hashtag the hobby, and they'll have like 10, I don't know, like not even Tatis, but like random like NBA player rookies, and it'll be like, oh, all these cards for $2. Like, hit me up on my Twitter DMs, and people buy cards like that. It's pretty dope.
Crazy. For you, I know there's a lot of famous people that actually are into trading cards, and one of them being Gary Vee, another being Logan Paul with Pokemon cards. Do you kind of pay attention to what kind of moves they do, or do you just go kind of like on your own route?
So Gary Vee, when I first started, was kind of like, I would look to him a lot to see like what's Gary Vee like plugging right now, what basketball cards, and for me, I found it less enjoyable to like what is everybody else doing, as opposed to just like, all right, what do I like? I like Tatis. I like these fun like Mike Trout, like goofy looking cards. So if I'm listening to what they're doing too much, I will kind of like not. I would not be buying these cards if I was listening to Gary Vee, for instance. Like, this is a Tatis graded rookie card. It's Gem Mint 10, so it's like a perfect card, if you will. But it's not like the desired Tatis card that you want. This you could probably get graded 10 for like, when I bought it, it was $30. To get one of these, which is the rookie card that most people seek, if it was graded, you'd probably get it for like $100.
Oh
Oh.
wow.
So it's like a big difference in like just having like the right line of cards. But that's why I kind of say like, this card objectively is a lot doper than the other one I was just holding up.
Yeah. It looks cool.
And I feel like you should kind of just go with your gut. You don't have to necessarily listen to the trends or what people are doing, because I really doubt that 2-3 years ago people expected what's going on right now to be happening,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and it's only going to get bigger. So if you can get yourself in on these like niche areas of the card game that people are definitely going to want in the future, I think, then that's a good way to invest also. So you're not necessarily wasting your money if you one day like
I love it.
ban this.
So at this point in the game, what are you planning to do with with some of your extra treasure?
Yeah, so I've definitely slowed down a lot so that I'm not like at a point where, all right, I don't have anywhere to put these cards. Like I got to get rid of them. There, like a few things that I've been collecting with the point of reselling. Like I talked to you earlier about the Project 2020 cards.
Mhm.
I don't know if you know who Mr. Cartoon is, a tattoo artist,
I've heard.
famous Latino tattoo artist. I've been collecting his cards thinking that like they're gonna blow up. This is an Ichiro that he designed.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
dope, bro. That's hella dope.
So it's just like I've been collecting his cards, and I hoping that the projects kind of died down. So for a while, the cards were going for like a lot more than what people paid for them.
Mhm.
Now that's kind of like come down by a lot. So I'm hoping that they kind of get back up there so I can sell like the Mr. Cartoon set. This is his Roberto Clemente that I got signed by him.
Oh wow.
So if this doesn't get more expensive, I'm gonna lose some money. But yes,
But at least you got a dope card, right?
yeah. It'll go down in my memory that I had this in my possession for a while, so it's pretty dope.
So what's the golden the holy grail at this point? If you're walking down and you're at Walmart or Target or wherever you choose to buy your packs at. And by the way, where should one start? Because that's something
Yeah.
important. If you really want to start somewhere, there's people who say, oh, well, I have binders and binders, but again, PSA and those grading rankings are really strict from what I've seen. So I don't think you're gonna get anything unless you have like a 1866, Ty Cobb or whatever. But where should people start if they say, hey, I want to get into this? Would you recommend going down to buy packs, or what would you say?
Yeah, so depending on what sport, and I'm pretty sure most like Target, Walmart, they all have like most of the big lines.
Mhm.
As I started getting back into it, I realized that people are like super into this hobby. So when a new line of cards drops at Walmart, like they're gonna sell out that day
Interesting.
immediately. So I've got, there's been 2 releases since I started collecting again where I'm like, oh, they're gonna be at Target. Like, cool, I'll go next week and I'll buy like, you know what I mean? I'll check it out. And they're completely sold out. It's like the Walmart setup is like completely ravaged, and it's just like Garbage Pail Kids and Pokemon that's left over.
Yeah.
So you kind of gotta be smart about it. And if you do, like I said earlier, if you do want to open packs and you want to like open like hobby boxes, which is like if you go to a card shop and they have just like the box with a whole bunch of packs in there, if you want to buy one of those boxes, you can on eBay. Usually immediately after a product comes out, you can get it for like a pretty reasonable price, a little bit like more than retail. But yeah, I would recommend just kind of like if you like want specific Pokemon cards and Pokemon, like Charizard's dope, like just go on eBay, look at some Charizard cards and maybe start that way. eBay is kind of the way to go in my experience. Like I said, on Twitter also, there's Facebook groups where people sell cards. I've had a lot of luck on Facebook groups buying cards, so there's a lot of ways to do it. Definitely like Walmart, Target and stuff are hard. If you have a local card shop, that's a good move too, but they can kind of be pricey depending on what product you're looking for.
Yeah, 100%. Support your local card shops.
Yeah.
You can always find them. I don't know if swap meets are a thing right now, but there's always at least one good card shop at a swap meet. I know Spring Valley had a card shop not too long ago. That was the best. So I used to take my decks and just destroy everybody. So, but yeah, I mean, it's a really, I mean, people are making money off of this, and if you're really interested in doing it, I think it's a fantastic opportunity right now. It's still relatively early. Have you ventured into any other weird trading cards or any other sports? I know you were talking about soccer, but
Yeah.
anything that you just see on the horizon at this point?
I wish I knew more about soccer because every once in a while, like Topps does, like I bought all these. I'll show them off to you a little bit. Like these are just different cards from like the Padres this season. They're called Topps now, and it's basically like the biggest moments of the night. And they kind of make baseball cards or soccer cards, I guess what you would call them, out of it. So like this
Nice.
is Slam Diego card.
Oh, that's a Slam Diego card. It's pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, so there's just little things like that, and they'll have it for like I don't know. So someone has like a big moment in a game in soccer, and they'll make a card out of it. I don't know who these players are, but I feel like like soccer is a much bigger sport than baseball. So if you're getting like a really good rookie card of someone, I don't know who to say, but like a Messi rookie card, that's not a thing.
Yeah.
You add that, like, oh shit, like yeah, I should be buying a lot of this, and it's going on right now. So definitely soccer. The Topps has like Star Wars cards. I've bought some of those just because of like, oh, these are kind of sick. Like I bought a Baby Yoda today, and
Nice.
I don't even know if it's gonna be worth anything, but I have a little Baby Yoda card now, so
Look.
that's kind of.
Baby
Hey, you
Yoda
never
stock
know.
is going up and is not
Yeah.
going to stop anytime soon, especially with The Mandalorian episode 2, season 2 is going to come out next Friday. It's going to be great.
Yep.
One last question, Mario. What flavor is the seltzer today?
Oh, this is it's always black cherry.
Always black cherry. You heard it here. Oh, the Bud Light one too. We're not going with the Claw today.
Yeah, you know what? I'll make it like official here. Bud Light is better than the White Claws, dude.
Wow, that is
Whoa.
if you know Mario, that is a very strong statement, and I hope people don't come
I don't
after
know,
you for this.
I'll make it known here, dude. I've been on the White Claws and seltzers since like the end of 2018. I was like, oh, these are tight. Like this is like a really good tasting drink that gets you drunk. And suddenly, like I don't know, everybody started drinking them. I started seeing commercials, and I don't want to say I started it, but
There you go.
Oh yeah, you were definitely early on in that
Yeah,
train.
2018.
I remember
Oh man.
that. That was already 2 years ago.
Oh.
Goddamn. But anyway, I want to let the people know where they can find you. And again, thank you for joining us. And hopefully, I mean, if you find something interesting and you want to share with us, let us know. And we might have
Yeah.
also other sports card collectors, and we'll have a big little virtual roundtable and discuss
That'd be
trading
dope.
cards. It'd be pretty dope.
yeah, I'd be down. If you guys ever want me back for fantasy football or any advice like that too, let me know.
Ooh,
Oh, I mean,
like
if you ever
it.
need advice, you let me know, Mario. We have all the
I don't
advice
need
here.
advice, I need running back. No, that's how it goes.
I tried to get J.K. Dobbins out of him for like the first 3 weeks, and now like all those talks died as soon as his stock
Yeah.
plummeted.
He had one good game, and that's all I needed.
Yeah, and it didn't work, and I was after him, very after him. Definitely want to let people know where they can find him, man.
_ Mario Party on Twitter and Instagram. _ Mario Party. Later, guys.
Boom,
All right.
appreciate it, man.
Later,
Thank
man.
you.
Appreciate it.
So what up, good potpourri of things we
Cards,
have
man.
today.
Who would have thought trading cards would make you money? What you got there?
My Yu-Gi-Oh cards, my actual Yu-Gi-Oh deck.
Nice.
So if anybody is trying to get them fades, you don't want it. I'll take your best card. I'll send you to the Shadow Realm. But anyway, it's a pretty long episode of Two Balls and a Mic. We're going to go ahead and finish it with some soccer. I think we want to go ahead and start over with the Premier League. And what's going on with Manchester United, dude?
Oh, shit. Here we go.
¿Qué está pasando?
So, I believe it was a PK against Man U. Again, it's gonna be ups and downs for Manchester United. It's nothing set in stone where they're gonna keep winning. I think the best thing out of our team right now is being shown in Champions League. 2 consecutive wins, which we'll get to talk about. And Marcus Rashford, he's just been the man on the field and off the field for Manchester United. And yeah, we lost against Arsenal. We're still in 15th place. We're not that far behind. I know you kind of wrote on our notes that they're
Yeah.
gonna get fourth and it's gonna be good.
All right. I mean, so this is what I'm predicting. Look, let me just read some facts before. You guys are 1 point from 4 Premier League home games. That's all you've gotten. 1 point. Just 2 goals scored at Old Trafford in the league this season. Old Trafford is a cathedral of Manchester
So
United
2 goals in 4 games?
Historically.
Yeah, it's a bad start. It's fine.
First home league defeat to Arsenal
That's
since
okay.
2000.
Okay, I hate those stupid facts. I
6.
hate those facts.
All right. How about this one? 15th in the table.
Okay, Barcelona's 12th in the table.
Oh, that's a completely different league. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, but still.
Are you really comparing yourself to
Manchester
Barcelona
City's
right now?
like in 12th or 11th right now.
Yeah, but here's the thing. They have a chance to actually come up. They don't.
Man U has a chance to come up as well. Are you kidding me? It's a rough
what's gonna
start.
happen? It's going to happen.
It's a rough start.
Man
We're
U's-
gonna come back. They're doing great in Champions League,
They're
by the
going to
way.
come back. They're going to come back in 4th, and they're going to be like, wow, look at the
I'm
great
willing
job
to. I'm
Ole
willing
did."
to say this. They
Fantastic.
will get farther in Champions League than Chelsea is.
Okay, so Chelsea's going to win the league.
No, they're not.
If we're both going to make
God.
ridiculous claims, let's go. If we're both going to make ridiculous,
Oh
let's go.
man,
Manchester City-
Ole in.
Ole in is going to get you guys.
Even though he
4th
frustrates
place
me sometimes,
again.
I think Man U has a decent chance in Champions League. They proved it against PSG. They're proving it beating Leipzig 5-0, which again I'm eager to talk about. And maybe we won't do so hot in the league, but we're definitely gonna still compete for a Champions League spot.
But I mean, everybody else is enjoying Ole in Manchester United. So you know what? Ole can stay in. I agree with you. Let Ole stay in and just desecrate Manchester United.
No, that won't happen.
Josh just made fun of you because you guys lost to Tottenham too. Like
That's fine, dude. Okay, it's whatever.
I
whatever.
do like that. You know, he was very liberal and or conservative.
Oh, yeah.
With his
Big
sharing
banner,
of
big
his
banner,
background.
big banner back there.
Hey man, look, we're all here for sports, and that's what we're here for.
We're not here for political views. Anybody can go for whoever they want,
All right,
and I respect everyone's decisions.
Kanye for president. Anyway.
Well, it's not like Josh will get to vote.
We
either
do
way.
want to go ahead. I do want to go ahead and before we go into Champions League and then give the predictions. Ibrahimovic is on a tear.
The man is like fine wine.
He is. I mean, it's the Italian league. It's a very slower pace league. It's much more physical, and he's doing what he can, and what he can is amazing.
Everyone said he was done once he moved to
Everybody.
Galaxy.
He had a torn ACL at Manchester United. He was already old, and everybody was he's done.
Man, it's 39.
39, came back, scoring scissor kicks.
He's the top scorer in the Serie A, I think.
It's insane what this guy's
tied
doing.
with Immobile, I think.
Time with Immobile, but Ibrahimovic, what Ibrahimovic is doing is
He's
just out of this world.
Crazy, man. He's
Um,
crazy.
I
Such
do-
a role model.
Yeah, and kicked corona. He had coronavirus in the season too. He was out a couple games too because of it. So amazing what Ibrahimovic is doing. One of my favorite players. He's just up there consistently, just dominating and showing everybody how
fact,
it's
man.
done up in that attacking position. Similar to Silva in La
Real
Liga.
Sociedad.
Because Real Sociedad, since Silva came in on first place,
Yeah.
and it's been a couple of games, it's been a couple of weeks now that they've been in the top. So it's one of those things where you really can't say it's a fluke. Just kind of like Everton. Everton's in the top and been in the top in the Premier League, and at some point you just got to give them credit. And I
It's
think
a hot start.
it's a very hot start.
You know what? The same thing was said about Leicester City when they won the Premier League. Oh, it's a hot start for them. Oh, they're still in form. Until when are we going to realize, if you get a hot start, you're going to have a hot season?
It's until whenever you're going to realize that when you have a slow start, you're going to have a slow season. Manchester United. Literally the same logic thrown at you.
You want to know a fun fact?
What's up?
It's a soccer conspiracy theory.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, Crystal Palace.
That's not a fact. It's a conspiracy theory, but okay.
Crystal Palace apparently always end in 12th place, even though they lose 90% of their games.
That's interesting. Do they? I mean, they tie the other 10%. They win like 2.
I don't know.
That's interesting. I'll look into that.
Yeah.
But definitely, shout out to the old guys, Silva, and new transfers, Silva and Ibrahimovic, just making a crazy impact. But anyway, the beautiful thing about, I guess, glass half full is we do have Champions League
every week.
every single week.
Best thing about COVID, I guess.
Yes,
thing so
silver
far.
lining. Best thing about COVID is that we do have Champions League. Last week, we predicted, and some predictions came true. Some predictions didn't. Some highlights. You said Lokomotiv Moscow would not score on Bayern.
You
that you
did.
would do something, but
You
they did.
Yeah, they did.
They did. 2-1. Bayern still won. Shakhtar Inter 0-0. Marseille and Manchester City 3-0. Manchester City wins that one. Liverpool versus
Midtjylland.
2-0 Liverpool. Mönchengladbach versus Real Madrid 2-2
Oh,
tie.
I think this is a game where you predicted kind of like a tough matchup for Madrid.
I did predict it, and it turned out to be a tough matchup for
Yeah.
Madrid. And I guess 2-2 tie, getting it.
It's 2 ties back to back, right, for them in Champions League.
And again, it's with teams that you wouldn't typically see Real Madrid tying.
Atletico Madrid, I don't know if you saw this game. One of the highlights was at the beginning. Hector Herrera centered the ball, like a through ball in the air to Joao Felix, and se echó una chilena, and he hit the travesaño. Oh man, it would have been goal this season in Champions League, and that's it from Herrera, but he missed it.
Atletico win that one 3-2. Olympiacos and Porto. Porto goes on 2-0. Atalanta tying Ajax 2-2.
You're Chelsea.
Chelsea with a dominating performance going over to Moscow, to Russia, and beating Krasnodar 4-0. Pulisic gets the score in that one.
Captain America.
Werner gets a score. Havertz gets a score. It was a good overall performance. This is the beginning of it. They're starting to steamroll. They're starting to click together. PSG beats Papi 9-4, Demaba, and Istanbul 2-0. We have Dynamo Kiev tying up against 2-2.
Ferencváros.
I guess that would it be, yeah.
Barca
Fenerbahce.
beat Cristiano Ronaldo less Juventus.
And then
due
they
to
did get a
COVID.
red card.
Yeah, they did.
So I think that had something to do with
Messi ended up scoring in this game as well. Decent performance for Barcelona, even though they haven't been doing so hot in the league.
Club Brugge.
Club
Versus
Brugge.
Brugge, sure. Brugge.
Versus Lazio.
Lazio tying 1-1.
I think we kind of expected a little more from Lazio, kind of how they did last week. But, well, I mean, Champions League is full of surprises.
Your Champions League champions, apparently. Leipzig losing 0-5 against Manchester United.
Yeah, great performance. Hat trick from Rashford coming off the bench. Martial scoring. And also Greenwood, which Man U fans, we love to see them 3 scoring in the same game.
And then you had Dortmund 2-0 against Zenit St. Petersburgo. Good game by Dortmund all around. And then Sevilla struggling a little bit with Hans 1-0. But again, we do have every single week, and this week is no different. We do have Champions League, and then we're going to go ahead and start it with the matchup.
The Champions League pick'em.
It's yeah. Put your pinkies up.
Ooh, fancy.
So we do have pick'ems for the Champions League. We have Shakhtar Donetsk, which is Bayern Mönchengladbach.
Wow, the 2 teams that gave Real Madrid
A tie, 1 point. They took 2 points. That's 4 points collectively.
Now
away
I'm thinking
from Manchester
Shakhtar
United.
beat Madrid.
Did they? I don't think so.
3-2?
Maybe, I don't even know. They struggled.
They did.
Thank-
I'm
that's
gonna
why
go
we
with
have
Shakhtar.
iPads. Shakhtar. I'm gonna go Mönchengladbach on this one. 2-1 over Shakhtar. Atletico Madrid, which is Lokomotiv Moscow. Everybody was impressed that Lokomotiv got a score of 2-1 against them.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna go with Atletico Madrid.
Atletico Madrid, I think, is gonna take this one. I think with 2-0. Bayern versus Red Bull Salzburg.
Yeah, Bayern.
By now. Also think Bayern's going to take that one. Real Madrid versus Inter Milan. It's going to be it looks good on paper. 2 giant clubs. What do you think?
The way Madrid is playing in Champions League, it's tough. I'm gonna give them a win though.
I think too.
Yeah, so Shakhtar
Madrid.
did beat Madrid. 3-2,
Interesting.
yeah. So I think Madrid gets their first win.
Madrid gets the first win in Champions League, which is crazy to say. Third game into Champions League group stages. Manchester City versus Olympiacos. I think we all know what's going to happen here.
It's a City win for sure. But I think they might struggle a bit.
I think we might struggle. Okay. Porto versus Marseille.
I'm going Porto all the way. Tecatito, man. I love Tecatito. I want him to go to a bigger club. And he's been influential with this team.
He's been doing really good with Porto. Porto love him. He's been awarded all kinds of awards with Porto. And so I want to see Tecatito the same thing. So I think Porto will take that one. Atalanta, Liverpool. Atalanta having a couple of impressive performances last Champions League, which wasn't too long ago if you really think about it.
Yeah, it was just literally a couple months ago.
Yeah. So what do you think?
Liverpool.
Liverpool? I think so. Liverpool
I
too.
think Liverpool's so strong.
Midtjylland
Even without Van Dijk.
versus Ajax.
I have to go with Ajax.
You'll have to go with
I have to go
Ajax.
just because I have no idea who Midtjylland still is.
Yeah, same. A lot of these we're gonna have the same, just because again, big clubs, and it's still group stages. Manchester United versus Istanbul.
I'm kind of glad that they play in the morning.
Mhm.
They get the morning game. I think Man U's gonna for sure take this win.
Like morning game for your viewing pleasure, because it's not morning for them over there.
No, morning for me.
Okay, Zenit versus Lazio. It's a good game. It looks like.
Who do you have, Man U or Istanbul?
I have Man U in that one. Yeah.
Okay.
They're going
Lazio,
with Champions
Zenit.
League.
I'm gonna go Lazio.
Lazio, same thing again.
Immobile is too good in that team.
Yeah, same thing. Barcelona should be taking over Dinamo Kiev.
Yeah, I want to see more from from Messi this time.
Mhm.
He only scored one goal against Juve, which is not bad. It's Juventus, but I want to see Messi scoring a hat trick. Now that the president's it's gone, Messi got his way.
Yeah,
He should be
Bartolomeo.
much happier there now.
Yeah, he should be, and he might even stay. I don't know.
Maybe.
Might even stay.
Maybe.
You never know. I
Maybe
think
you
the rest of
you
these
get-
are.
You get Xavi as a coach in there, so
I could see that.
yeah.
Assistant Iniesta, always
Um,
assisting.
Yeah. I mean, you got Juve gonna win.
These are pretty
Dortmund,
much
Club Brugge. I'm gonna go with Dortmund.
Dortmund versus Club Brugge.
I'm not calling any ties. It's hard to call ties, but I'm gonna go with the tie with Sevilla, Krasnodar,
Okay. Sevilla did look like they were struggling a little bit against somebody who they shouldn't have.
and
Rennes.
Rennes should definitely beat Chelsea.
You think that's stupid? Chelsea's gonna obliterate Rennes.
Yeah, no, Chelsea's gonna win.
And then Red Bulls Leipzig versus Paris Saint-Germain.
I'm gonna go with the tie.
Interesting. A tie for that one.
Yeah.
And that's the end of match week 4 or whatever that was for this week. Interesting, cool sports all around.
So I want to talk a little bit about a giveaway we are doing on Instagram. If you haven't followed us on there, follow us, 2 Balls in a Mic. We're doing a giveaway with one of our first sponsors, Tacos El Vaquero. He was kind enough to, we reached out saying we want to do something. He loved the idea. So on our Instagram, you'll see a post saying the rules for the giveaway. We're pretty much giving away store credit for the taco place, which is great. It's free food, honestly.
We're giving away tacos.
So
Let's just say what it
first
is.
place would get $50 worth of in-store credit. Second place would get $30. And third place would get $20, which still gets you a nice meal for the day.
Yeah.
And the rules are you have to follow 2 Balls on the Mic and Tacos El Vaquero on Instagram. Number 2, you have to tag 2 friends in the comment sections. Number 3 is you have to screenshot the post and post it as a post, or even in your story. I will count it as well. And put the hashtag 2 Balls on the Mic. And for bonus points or bonus entrances, if you follow us on Twitter, also send us a screenshot of that to get an extra entry. And for 5 extra entries, subscribe to this channel, screenshot it, send us a screenshot if you did all the other steps, and you'll get 5 extra entries. If you already subscribed, just send us a screenshot that you subscribed, and you'll get those entries as well.
100%.
We will announce the winner next week on the episode, and then we'll post it on Instagram as well.
It's going to drop on a Taco Tuesday. Somebody's going to have 3 people are going to have tacos for their Taco Tuesday. Again, shout out to Tacos El Vaquero. Really appreciate that. Soccer Shot on 713 Broadway Street, where you can find Shield goalkeeping gloves. Love these gloves. We're going to put them to the test later on this week.
Mike's going to start making some appearances, apparently. That's the plan.
Yeah, somehow he made it through HR and
He
didn't get fired.
enjoyed the spotlight last week.
Absolutely. Everybody enjoyed Mike and his questionable thoughts on people with 3 legs. Trust me, that's not his only
It's crazy. I can't believe HR approved that,
Thoughts.
but whatever.
Anyway, also want to shout out Fear Speeds, obviously, always. And, thank you guys for listening. And if you guys have anything, follow us on Instagram at 2 balls at a mic. Like we said, contest, everything is good. Really appreciate all the support. And
40 weeks. Love it.
that's great. Crazy.
Later, guys.
Later.